Hello, this is Pierre Sabak. I'm at ICANN Planet at the conference. I've just done a speech in which I covered a number of different areas about the dragon. Picking up on some of the themes that I talked about at the speech, I looked up the deity Shaddai. Now the word Shaddai, which is used in the Old Testament to refer to God, is translated often as God or Lord or the Almighty, is rendered in the Greek as Adonai, meaning Lord. Now Shaddai comes from the Hebrew noun shed, which is a goblin, ghost, ghoul, and so we see here quite clearly that Shaddai, who is described as the Lord of the host, is actually given euphemisms, or etymologically is consistent with a serpent deity, and this is also reinforced with the connection of Yahweh. So, for example, the Hebrew word Yahweh, which means I am, in the Syrian ayah, which is the verb to be, is connected in the Arabic to ayah, which is a serpent, and is also closely related to ayah, which means a form or an apparition. So there is obviously a relationship here between the apparition or a ghost and the serpent. We find similar word analogies also within the Greek and Latin. So poneros identified with the fane, which is a serpent or a spiritual entity. So these word associations keep on cropping up, as indeed with the word jinn. We mentioned earlier that the jinn both refers to jinn, which is a serpent, but is used in the Aramaic to refer to a ghost. So Yahweh, in the personification of Yahweh, rendered as Shaddai, is closely analogous to the serpent cult. Etymologically, Shaddai can also be linked to both shed, which is ritualized slaughter, and the priesthood of Shaddai are the Sodi. This is the denomination which was used by Moses, the priesthood of Moses. The word Sodi in the Hebrew literally means something which is secret or occult. So the priesthood is hidden, and there's a philological connection between Shaddai and Sod. Now, the Hebrew word for a diner is Sa'ed. A diner in this case, or in the original context, would have implied a votive or a religious group which were identified with the Sodi and the worship of Shaddai. Now, in Arabic, we see relationships between Sahid, Sid, which is a gentleman, Powder, which is black, Sid, which is a gentleman. This essentially is the black nobility. It's interesting that Egyptologists translate the word Kemet for Egypt as the black land. This seems to be a wordplay on the original word, which would have been Sauda, which means dark or black, which again would have referred to the Sodi priesthood and the worship of Shaddai, a deity which was connected both to the nobility, which is Sid, and Sodi, which was the priesthood of Moses.